What's up, everybody? Welcome to another great edition of Renegade Radio right here on Grand Forks Best Source here during the pre-show. Look who we got. I was just getting a hold of you too. I just want to let you know. Yeah. How's it going, there, Lance?
I like it.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
All thanks to Jeremy, my promotions guy. He's the one that does Mama T's show. Like helps her with the production and everything. Well, I know him personally because I work with him at the casino, or well, he works in surveillance and I'm in security, and so he was interested in doing something for the show, and I said, well, you can be my promotions guy. You know,
That's
I
awesome.
I don't know how to do Photoshop, but he knows how to do that.
I don't do that either. I do music.
Yeah. No, I like with the way the logo or the heads on the pumpkin. It's like you could really like sell it. Like you could do tattoos, you could have can koozies, you could have T-shirts, you could have all types of stuff.
It's
Hats.
great. I think what's going to happen for me now is so whenever we have this break you're talking is I think that I'm going to end up shifting things in my studio a little bit to get a little bit better of this going on. But I was like, yeah, there's some things I've been wanting to do, and now I feel like it might be a good excuse.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, it's gonna be the whole month of December. So you're gonna have the whole month of December off. So I just figured, well, we'll have November. We'll have one more month to go, and then we'll end season three because we're already at what? This is episode what 15, I believe. Normally we normally do about 16 to 18 episodes per season. That's kind of the max, that I set forth. But this time, since we're going till November, it'll be 20 episodes. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's still you think about all the hours of figuring out what we're going to do for the week, what we're going to talk about. That's always a surprise because we never know.
Yeah.
That's why I try to encourage people to do segments too, but nobody wants to do segments at all. I'm the only one doing a segment all the time. I'm just like, what the hell, dude? Just a little homework for people. That's all I ask. Everybody
Uh,
delivers. But I guess they everybody likes to come and be part of the show, but it's like I just have a little homework for everybody. That's all I ask. And it doesn't have to be the same people every week. It's just like we can pick, we can draw like or just kind of do hands up of who wants to do a segment that week or whatever. Because I feel like I've been doing it every episode since season three started, and I have. So I'm glad that's just come on top of my head.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I always wonder too is how to keep people in engaged with it all and give them, a reason to tune in, not just for the guest.
Yeah,
Some of it is just the dialogue.
yeah. I feel the back and forth is has gotten better week by week. We've had
Yeah.
some weeks where it's kind of like but most of the time it's been pretty good. And I don't know. It's mostly thanks to everybody being on the show. It's like that's why I wanted as many people. Maybe I didn't really want 8 people on the show, but it's kind of grew that way. I can't help it that people have an interest. And I don't want to turn anybody down, but I do know there should be a limit. As well. I'm not trying to replace people either. Majority of everybody that's been with me has been here since day one. It started with
Yeah.
Sam and I, and then grew with Mama T, and then eventually John, and then more people. So, and then eventually. And I feel like you've come a long way too. I mean, since well, from the time, forget like the interviews that we did, with you and your dad. The fact that since you've been on the show, I mean, have you felt kind of comfortable, I mean, with everything at all, or is there some stuff we could improve on, or anything, or
No, I mean, it's like for me, I always like to listen, and so there's so much of it where I can just keep listening over needing to interject, and then just trying to figure out with all of us when to interject so that we don't do too much stepping on each other,
yeah, I know that that's
which is
so.
hard. I
Yeah,
mean, that's just the way it is. And I do understand that it really is. When you're not sitting right there, it can be a little tricky to get through that. But yeah, it
yeah.
was like, now, to be honest, I watched it. I happened to catch an interview today. My dad was in Lexington, and they had
PP Khan or
him.
something.
They had him and Nick Castle and the new guy, Jude Courtney, and then the guy who played Myers during Zombie. There was all four of them,
Tyler Mate.
and so it was a small little panel with questions. Wow. Nobody asks anything original, man. I mean, it's like I was sitting here thinking of going, yeah, interviewing him is just going, okay,
uh,
what to talk about other than that? Because I think, with all due respect, and I don't know this firsthand, but I feel like those guys are so bored of this.
yeah.
They go to make the dough, you know. It's like, okay, so when I looked up Butch Patrick here, and they'll
Uh-huh.
be here this upcoming weekend, Elvira actually put on her prices on the website. She's the only guest to do that. If you want a signed picture from her of her, it's $80.
Okay.
She specifically says, if you want me to sign your Funko Pop, it's 100.
Wow.
I mean, I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. And then my dad was saying, again, depending on who, and some of the people were saying, "Oh, great, you want to here's an autograph, that's $80 or whatever it is. Oh, you
Uh-huh.
want to take a selfie with me? Great. Come on. That's 60 also." You know. And you're just like, "What?" So it's just gotten so out of hand that I completely understand why these guys are doing what they're doing.
The guy or the person that I was telling you that helping me with the show and everything, or helping us get some guests or whatever that are kind of hard to find or whatever. Uh, I He kind of made a good point. Like, there's so many of these actors, especially if they haven't done a whole lot, if they're only known for certain things. Like, it's different with your dad and stuff because he's done a lot of things, and we know that. You and I
But as
know
a
that
stunt
most.
man, he's mostly unknown.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But we know that he's done a lot of things.
Sure.
But it's like in the eyes of Hollywood, he's just maybe a one hit wonder.
Oh,
You
totally.
know?
If it was not, and I think this is the easiest way to put this, if it was not for any of those fans that care about that movie, and there were not conventions,
Yeah.
it all it was, with due respect, was a job. It has turned into a creation that he's just like, okay, well, I'll go.
Sure. And
But
we know why. I mean, most of the time now, I mean, especially with your dad, I'm sure. I mean, yes, it is to
retirement.
be. Yeah, I mean, it is to meet the fans too. But I mean, they're making their money and everything, and it's just
Yeah,
like,
I mean, come on, what a great way to just, okay,
yeah.
keep your mind sharp a little bit. but
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 what?
but that's just shocking
But
prices.
what the guy was telling me though was like, like I've been charged by people to do interviews before. I've had to pay to do interviews by people who are not really known for much, but just known for a few things, and they're constantly milking their fans for this, for whatever they can. And I didn't think about it like that prior to it because I was just like, I love to interview this guy, or this woman or whatever, no matter what they're trying. I mean, I have a limit too, obviously, what I can afford, but I mean, Eddie Deason wanted $25. It's just like, does he really need $25 from me to do an interview? You know,
No, come on, they
I'm asking for his time, but he's using my time too. I mean, you know, but I don't know. I guess I'm just a humble interviewer. I guess where I'm just like happy to do it. Like
oh yeah,
like I know
don't.
that like I know the Mama T's rates are so high. It's like when I interview her, it's just unbelievable high.
Yeah, that's why I'm rolling my own cigarettes.
How's it going there? Long time no see there.
Instead of this hand that just reaches in for you,
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
That would be kind of weird. That'd be kind of really,
wouldn't
really
it?
You
trippy.
did you rewatch that episode?
Yes.
That
Yes.
that's a pretty damn good episode. It might it's consider a controversial episode, but
It's
but
it's not
the
controversial.
the rest of it was awesome. The rest of that,
We can continue calling it a controversial episode, but it's hey, you're back with me. You know,
yeah.
I kind of won, right? I won. Yay.
I got some exciting news.
You get married? You and I get married?
Jesus
Lance,
Christ.
you and Lance are getting married? Lance and I get married?
We're all getting married. Come on.
So
I turned it really into something else, but okay,
I've had my face in my phone since Saturday afternoon.
okay.
I had a job interview for an online job,
Okay.
and I've been doing life insurance training for since Saturday afternoon. I'm going to be working for Globe Life.
So you
doing
got the job then.
well. I have to pass the state test first, but they paid half for it.
Okay.
So as soon as I pass the state test, I'm gonna get a first paycheck for like the rest of the training after that, like the actual job training, like via Zoom, whatever. But it's really good money.
Well, that's good. No,
I need it.
You
And
talked
it's
about it the other day. I remember you saying something.
not quite as boring as I thought it was going to be. It's actually pretty interesting. So
And
I've got
here's the thing about it. You have a talent, the ability to I know I can talk to somebody's ear off too, but you also have that ability too. So use that to your strengths here.
And see, I'm Mama T, and I want to protect people, and I want to make sure people protect each other, and that's what life insurance is all about.
Yeah. So when they call you, you say habla español. Oh, yeah.
Well, what it is so I'll be a sales agent, which means that once the company gets these cards back from people that talk about how they're interested in Globe Life and they would want to purchase insurance from us, I get that information and I set up an interview and I fill out their assessments and applications and
oh. Well, that's cool. Well, that's good. That's really, really good.
Congratulations.
If I have 10 interviews a week and I get 3 clients out of the 10 interviews, I'll make $1,300 in 1 week.
Oh wow. We could go on a trip together. Yeah, we could go see Lance together.
I would pay to get away from you. I don't have alcohol tonight.
We could go get married and Lance would be our priest, that marries us. How's that?
In front of the Goonies house.
You don't need sweetie anymore. You got this sweetie right here.
Oh Jesus.
Oh come on, I have to give you a
live
little
right here on Renegade Radio.
Yeah, the marriage of Frankie and Mama T.
Oh Jesus.
Marriage in heaven and then hell. I
don't know. Moving on.
Yeah.
I could be like the kid.
Since my neck and my back, since my face has been in my phone since Saturday, I was in a lot of pain. And I just passed another one of the quizzes and my neck was so cramped up that I had to medicate myself. So yeah, keep on giving me shit because I'm not really paying attention anyway.
Well, if you were a cookie, remember we talked about this, what kind of cookie would you be?
Oh, baked. No, what? Well, I can't read
I'd be a baked cookie.
Yeah, well, I think this is a baked cookie. Yeah, that's the shitty part about the background. I can't really show much. I can just show this whatever. There you go. You ever had these before? Pepperidge Farm cookies? Santa Cruz? It's oatmeal raisin cookie.
They're just soft baked.
Yeah, I was soft.
Yeah, soft.
Yeah.
That means they're easy to just
eat.
Yeah, soft batch. Do you remember soft batch cookies? You take 3 of them, put in the microwave for 3 seconds, and they melted in your mouth like they came right out of the oven.
And the menu came anyway, right? Afterwards.
Wait, what?
Never mind.
At
I don't think you're talking about cookies anymore, or you're talking about the wrong cookie.
Oh, what was that, edible cookie or something?
They should all be edible, except the fish cookies. Stay away from the fish scented cookies.
Oh, I've never had fish cookies, but that's okay. I've had some of these though. I don't know if it's something we can show. Little baked bean candies there.
Oh, that's funny. We just saw some of the. Oh, wow. Okay, so you got a whole stash just sitting right there. I see.
Yeah, well, I'm a fat
Hmm.
ass, so you gotta have my fat ass stuff, kind of like whatever. Not really, that fat, but just kind of, I love some sugar.
Uh,
Dude, you are Sean. You're in shape. It's okay. You're in shape because round is a shape.
Well, I'm not that big. Jeez, I'm not that round. I mean, I'm not past 200, but I'm not.
Oval
I'm
is a
like,
shape
I'm getting
too.
abused all the time here.
Yeah. Too bad I can't
Oh.
vacuum you up.
I know it's funny.
Hi,
Go right there.
we see you, but we
God,
don't see
sounds
you.
like an
Yeah, I
angry
can't-
beet farmer.
Yeah,
Right?
he's been beaten off for the last 2 weeks, and it's like now he's finally done.
I think his arm
Sorry
right.
about
He's
that.
too tired to hit the camera button or something.
Yeah.
Must have
Okay, listen.
stains.
You
Can
know,
you
have
see
your
me?
arm on a
No,
steering
we
wheel
can't
like
see you
that.
at all. We just hear the voice of John Roberts.
Oh, you really can't see me?
No,
No,
really can't see
you at
you.
all.
Honey,
pretend,
I'm not
we'll,
on.
We'll
God, I
pretend,
Honey,
like that
hubby.
logo.
we'll pretend what you look like though. Maybe you're wearing a
No,
bush
it's on
hat.
it.
Maybe you shave your beard or your mustache.
They can hear me.
What?
No, see, up here, you guys, I don't know if, uh, you guys might about the Asian beetle
Yeah.
infestations that we get here. Well,
Uh-huh.
we live in a log house. And when you get down to that cold weather, and then all of a sudden we get up in the 70s, mid 70s again,
It's always during the harvest.
and especially right after harvest, it's so bad. And in log house, they come out of the cracks, they stay dormant for 10, 11, 12 months. And Lori, I don't know if you heard her swearing earlier or not, but she's vacuuming her window in her office where I'm at now. And every half hour you could vacuum 100 of those bastards out of the windows.
What?
They look
Yeah.
like
They
ladybugs,
bite.
but they bite and they stink
What are
and
they?
they piss through everything.
Thousands
They're
of
called
them.
Asian beetles.
Thousands
They look like
of them.
ladybugs.
They're like
Yep.
bigger.
Well, they are.
They are
tall.
not
They're little
ladybugs.
ass.
We
They
got some here,
introduced
Brooks.
them up here
I don't know
to
why
get
it's
rid of
not
a
showing.
bean mite or something that was in soybeans.
I don't know why.
And then they took off. Okay, now we don't know we don't have camera. God dang it.
Yeah, so are you sitting in the dark for safety reasons? So you don't get attacked? Or
Yeah, where
something?
he lives
Oh, okay.
Bigfoot. There he is. Now we can see him.
Wow.
Where he lives, there's Bigfoot.
I'd move.
Bigfoot probably wouldn't piss my wife off as much as these little things do.
Yeah, we got those in Brooks too. There was a few outside, so
They're everywhere. Wherever there's soybeans up here, you're gonna have them.
Yeah, well, my house isn't a soybean. My house is a house.
Yeah, well, I know nobody grew soybeans around my house this year either, but it was beets everywhere this year and corn. So I don't know where they're coming from. They just suck.
Well,
But
it's good to see you again, boy. It feels like it's been like months since the last time.
I know. The harvest is such a weird thing because it's hit and miss. We did have a couple of days off there. It's either too warm or too windy or something. But yeah, we're finally done. And then you get put on hold because you're on kind of standby because they might release more because you never get to harvest everything you have. So we left 30 or 40 acres still in the dirt that we'll never see.
Okay.
They just let them rot away. But, so they kind of got you, for a couple of days.
Was it a fun adventure though? The whole experience again.
I wish I could have got one of you guys to come up there with a phone or something and see what it was like. Lori rode with me the night I texted in those couple of pictures.
Yeah.
Lori rode with me and to see what it's like, because if you've never seen it, it's pretty crazy. It's thousands. I mean, 1,000 trucks on the road at one time, and you got these semis, and we're coasting through stop signs and shit because everybody knows it's just safer that way, and it's just controlled mayhem. But you get done, at 12. I got done anywhere between 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning, and I started sometimes at 11 in the morning. Boy, I tell you what, you're just wound up, and driving a truck it beats the hell out of you too. I probably shift 1,000 times a shift. It's nuts. So,
Well, how many rounds do you make from the from the beef factory or from the place where you get them to the beef factory?
It usually averages out to about 1 per hour,
Oh,
depending on the lines when you get into the piling stations at the plant and all of that. And going to the field and loading up and getting out of the field is usually that's probably about one of the quickest things there is to do. You never know what you're going to see when you get to the beet plant.
oh,
Because there's 13 different stations. Well, no, there's 16 different stations that are where you can drive up into and start unloading. And sometimes they might only have 7 or 8 of them running, and the lines are too wide and they're 10 trucks deep. So sometimes you're stuck there for an hour. That's when you get to eat your lunch and get caught up on the weather and shit.
sure.
So yeah,
Well,
only
that's-
saw a
that
couple
sounds like
bad
fun.
wrecks. It's really good money. It's really good money, and it goes by really fast. I mean, you only got to get out of your truck twice, and that's when you get out in the field. You dump the crap they put back in your truck in the field. You shut your box. You lock it. You go back and make sure it's locked, and then you don't get out of the truck again until you come back to the field the next time empty. So
oh,
that's enough exercise. The
When
rest
you
is all
unload,
driving
you
and
just, when you unload, you just dump the bed and keep going.
No, you pull up into a piling station. You should see the piles of sugar beets out here. I mean, it'll blow your mind. They're the size of freaking ski mountains. They're huge. And you go up on a deal and then you watch, there's a control board in front of you with lights and everything that tells you how to lift, how far to lift, when to stop, when you can go back down. And they unload you that way, and they unload 2 trucks at a time. When I'm loaded, I'm about 90,000 pounds. So,
wow.
and then once that's done, you scale before you go in, and then when you're all done, you scale on the way out. You go back to the field and do it all over again. It takes maybe 10 minutes to load a truck. We can load those trucks, like I said, 90,000 pounds in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes max.
Well, they load
So
it with a front loader.
we're
skid
really-
loader.
No,
Side
pull
dumper?
right out of the dirt. Yeah, it's the harvesters you pull behind a tractor and then they dump into the truck, and you have a deal that hangs off the harvester that you want the side of your box to be touching, then you know where you're at. And then there's also another panel of lights in my semi that tells me to go forward, back, or anything like that. So yeah, it's pretty easy. Then we all have 2-way radio so we can sit and talk. The equipment nowadays, the guy in the tractor next to me, he doesn't even look ahead. He's just looking behind. Everything's GPS now and all of that. Once you make your turn and push a button, it's going to keep you guaranteed straight. So it's just changed so much.
Oh,
But yeah, it's fun, but you think it's easy until after your first 2 days and you're so damn sore. It's crazy. That's muscles I haven't used since last year. I mean, even though we don't use a clutch except to stop and go, and I have a 9-speed semi. So you only use the clutch to stop and go.
Use
But
your
at
Jake
the
brake.
beet plant, you stop and go probably 40 times,
Yeah, you use your Jake brake,
So-
right? The shift.
No, I don't use a Jake brake. No, I do not. No, I'm more courteous to the people that live around here than them fuckers that use the Jake brake.
Yeah, but
Mostly
when I used to drive, we shifted by our Jake brakes. You let go, let the compression out, then shift, and let go, let the compression out, then.
Yeah, we do the same thing, but we don't have to have the Jake brake on to do it. Mostly around here, it's the kids that get off on hearing the loud sound.
Yeah,
are the ones that use the Jake brake. Yeah, and then they'll ride it all the way down to like 1,000 RPM, so it's just bop, 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 bop. The kid probably got
I ain't
a
gonna
Waylon
lie to you,
Jennings sticker.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was one of them dickheads that did that.
I think we
Yeah, I was
already
one of
knew
those
that when you
dickheads that
just
had a
brought up Jake
Chevy
brake.
with a 4-barrel and headers.
When you have a cement truck
Yeah.
fully loaded with 12 yards, Jake brake helps a lot
Yeah.
with the
Oh, yeah,
slossing,
yeah. Yeah, I get that.
You got
No, I'm
liquid
glad
material.
it's pretty much all done now. There's been a few random trucks going today, but I think they're pretty much done.
So
I
the
hope.
ones they leave in the field, they don't pick them. They just they don't get paid for them or nothing, huh?
It's part of their contract. You never know. They still get paid for it. Otherwise, they wouldn't complain about it. But what you still need to do is you need to go cut the tops off all the leaves, because that acts as an insulating blanket. You want them to rot. You want them to be part of the soil, and it just makes the soil better, you know, in another couple of years, because we won't plant beets there next year. Well, we wait at least one more year before we plant beets there again. So, yeah, the farmers in North Dakota, you can actually bait deer, and our deer hunting season start up here in a couple of weeks, but they can bait deer. So what our guys will do, they'll run the harvester down one row and just make a big pile at the end of the field. So then guys can go up there and just help themselves and load them up into the back of their truck, and then they bring them out
Leave
to
it
their
out the
hunting
door.
land, to their hunting camps and stuff.
Leave it by the door.
But we can't do that in Minnesota. We can't bait. It's illegal. So we have to plant our own stuff.
So I
That's
put my
legal. You
trees
can
in right
plant a
middle of
food.
that beet farm.
They like beets. They do. You should have seen a deer just destroyed one of my young trees here the other night. Buck just destroyed it.
Jeez.
They're starting to get antsy.
I guess so, huh? Well, I mean, it's good.
Oh, my buddy.
Good to have you back out here, John. Anyway, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've already talked enough.
Yeah, what did you I like that fish you caught. I mean, that son of a bitch was big.
Yeah, we
Did you catch him with
There
your
again,
arm? Did you go noodling?
oh no, not with these fish. These fish, I would never. I got bit by one of these. These channel cats are a lot different than a blue or a flathead, like they're noodling. These things, their pound per square inch jaw pressure. I thought I got bit in the thumb one time, and I honestly thought he took my thumb off. It was that crazy. They say like a 20-pounder of these fights like about a 50-pound flathead or blue. So these things are fun. And again, it got too hot for a couple of days for harvest. So my buddy, who's a guide, he's done for the year, and thought, let's just go out and try some different stuff and mess around and have fun like we did back in the old days. And we ended up just hammering them, big ones too, you know. Go out and catch 6 fish in 2 hours, and 4 of them were over 18 pounds. So that was a lot of fun.
You don't
Okay,
keep
I'm
them?
done. Now, what about you guys?
There's Zach.
No, we weigh them and take a picture, weigh them and release them. You catch the same fish all the time.
See, that's stupid. You should just, if you're going to go fish, you keep your fish. You don't really catch them and release them. Jeez.
You only release them if they're little
Well,
ones.
you got to
What's the
remember.
purpose?
Eat them if they're big ones.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually the opposite. Those fish in those pictures I had were anywhere between 20 and 25 years old.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't want to eat. They're just going to taste like a 20-pound piece of mud, if you ask me. The little 4, 5, 6-pounders, those are the ones you want to keep. And people that fish with me, I have no problems if they want to keep fish. I don't care. If they're the smaller ones, I won't let them keep a big one in my boat. Just release it. You know, I'll take you and go get some more small ones. You can only have one of those big ones anyway.
Yeah, but how do you know how old the fish is by the size? How do you know it's
He
a
counts
45-year-old
the
fish?
scales, Sean.
You look at his wiener.
That's right.
That's just research that's been done out there. They tag fish. We catch tagged fish, and the guy I was with, he caught a fish it had been about 50, 70 miles north of here, river, that was tagged in Canada. He caught the fish 10 days later, about 100 miles south of there. And then 2 weeks after that, caught that same fish here in Grand Forks, which is another 50 miles of river. So that catfish went from Canada all the way down here in a month.
When you caught him, did he say, "Hey"? You hooked me, eh?
Whenever we travel, people just assume we're Canadian. You get asked that all the time in Europe. You must be from Canada.
Yeah.
It's easier to just say yeah.
Yeah, then you betcha.
Oh yeah, don't you know?
Well, we're an hour.
Okay.
We're a whole hour. So
Mama T, what does your T-shirt say?
this guy's clear.
You're under arrest.
To stop, you're under arrest.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
Sure, it doesn't say you're under a breast.
Well, bad dogs.
That's two.
Probably.
Over abreast.
Over abreast, yeah, over. Okay. Well, anyway, I think we're gonna start the show now because last night we're at Model T. We were kind of doing the pre-show here a little bit while you waiting for you guys to come in and all that. I don't know how many people are gonna be here tonight, but I will let you know, John, that since you've been gone, and I don't know how much you've paid attention to the show or not, but
Since you've been gone.
we had a fun time last week interviewing Butch Patrick. That was a lot of fun. I noticed
That's
that
what I heard.
That was an awesome interview.
I noticed that Paul's going to put that. Are you guys doing like some type of Halloween marathon or something? Because I did send the interview to Paul, and he's going to air it the night before Halloween, I guess.
I to be honest with you, I haven't hardly talked to him about it.
Okay.
I will talk more about it probably tomorrow. See, because like normally we do a Halloween thing there that we have to do in the mall for the kids.
Yeah.
But I won't be this year because I'm officiating a wedding on Saturday. So
Okay.
yeah, that's a good idea. We've never really done too much of a Halloween themed where you can make a whole weekend or something out of it.
When you're
Whatever.
officiating a wedding, what do? Let them beat the shit out of each other. And then the winner, what do they get?
Pop.
Pop,
And no
yeah.
kids over there, Sean.
Like
And the winner is.
yeah. They got sloppy
It's,
seconds there.
It's actually a race car driver, outlaw sprint car driver, and his wife. So I can't say no to a dirt track guy.
So then you got to dress up like a race car driver then when you're like the
No. I just
Yeah,
dress.
helmet and
I'll
everything.
I'll actually wear a tie, and I won't have a hat on. And
Yeah, but you gotta
I'll
wear
wear-
you gotta wear the helmet, and then they won't be able to hear you speak at all. You go.
There, I put this on for you, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, all right.
nice.
Well, anyway, I think we're gonna get the show started here. Now that I mean, I don't know where Sam is, but I'm sure he'll be here soon. I'm sure.
I get a shit.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. That happens. He's old. It happens. Just kidding. Anyway, welcome to Renegade Radio Season 3. We're on episode number 15 tonight. It is well, it's the 21st of June, or no, not June, of September or of October. I'll get the month
Are
right
you sure?
here. Yeah, it's the 21st of July. It's
Yeah, it's
summertime.
somewhere.
Yay!
Yay! That
Feels
would be
like it's summer
awesome.
anyway over
Bring
here.
me back to that day. That was a fun
75.
day.
Well, it's already. You can feel it. Go outside. You'll feel it. It's summertime.
Oh, I see
Yeah.
what you mean.
Well, anyway, today is a very special day for us Back to the Future lovers because it is technically Future Day. Okay? And it was October 21st, 2015, when Doc and Marty went, into the future, 30 years into the future. And, I know it's been almost 10 years since that happened, but every year we still celebrate. The real fans celebrate anyway. Aw. There you go.
Sorry, I had to.
No, it's all right. That's all right. Anyway,
Well,
so it's Future Day. So happy Future Day, everybody. Anyway, we got with us Lance Warlock. We got Mama T. We got the return of John Roberts. Or everybody loves Raymond. We'll say John Roberts. We got Mad Dog, and we got Zach Spaghetti here, because that's what the nickname we're calling him now. No, it's
You like my beers?
Zach Gillenband anyway.
Oh,
Yeah. Better time with the Mad Dog anyway. Anyway, looks like everybody else is coming in now. Yeah, that's another porn reference, I guess. Bear time.
That's Eric always putting something on my pictures. He's always
Yeah.
putting something on my pictures. He has a cockroach, me holding a cockroach saying, "Look, Mad Dog knife on it."
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
You're holding a big cock, is what you're holding.
No, a cockroach. I can't hold
Yeah.
a big cock. I am a big
Oh.
cock.
Well,
Hey, Lance, are you in like a music studio?
I am where I work at my house. Yeah.
Okay.
he works from home.
I just now I can see at least probably four different instruments in the background. So
You didn't see that before?
Lisa,
He's had the
yeah.
same background since we started.
Hey, beat
It's
just-
season takes a lot out of a guy. I get it.
Well, then you can
Yeah.
play some beats for him.
Ah, hey, that's funny.
Yeah.
Now, how do I get rid of that background?
Well,
hello.
you put that.
Hello?
Yeah, we
There.
hear
It's the
you.
4th of July. See?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
told you it was summertime.
You see, when I did that, I thought I would show up with that behind me, but it's not working that way.
Oh,
No, it's a
that's
green
weird.
screen thing you got to do.
Oh, well.
It's under the settings
I
anyway.
like Anthony's. Looks pretty good.
I'll keep work. I'll keep working at it.
Absolutely. So what's
Yeah,
up, there,
like
Sam?
that.
Oh, Sam's having some issues too, or maybe not. There he is.
There he is.
How
Hey,
you
nice
doing?
weed hat.
Whoa.
Oh,
Is that a
I
head
like
hat?
that.
No, it's a Christmas tree, I thought.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that could be. All the ho-ho-hos out there. Hey, it's coming up. We might have to do like a Thanksgiving Christmas show just because we're going to be, ending or the season here. For those that don't know, for John Roberts, that we will be ending season 3 at the end of November. I gave these guys an option of what would work, and they pretty much agreed that we would.
Look at that. I'm a fucking genius.
There you go.
Yeah, you are.
Well,
As long as you're getting laid. Otherwise,
That's
you're
right.
just a regular genius.
Yeah.
So
Good point.
So I guess I'm not a genius because I don't get laid and all. I guess okay, well that's fine. I know where
Why
I
they
stand
give
in
you a
life.
hand?
I get no respect.
Hey, I'm all right now, no respect.
Yeah,
All the
yeah,
money.
yeah.
Hey, I'm all
Anyway.
right now. I'm all right now, but last week I was in bad shape.
Wow. I'll just wait till Mad Dog's done, then I'll start talking again. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so
I'm
we
digging
are
the do-rag, Sam.
I'm
digging the do.
oh the do-rag.
Yep, me too.
Well, tonight we have a very special guest. We were supposed to have 2 guests technically. That's why I kind of started early. But my first guest that we were supposed to have, Jeff Slate, will be joining me on Wednesday. We were supposed to originally do it tomorrow, but then I had to postpone it to Wednesday because I'm going to be going to a concert tomorrow in Grand Forks. I got invited from my brother-in-law. Ever heard of a theory of a dead man?
Shut up, really?
Yeah. Well,
Right.
my brother Michael, he always wins these. He always finds a way to win radio tickets all the time. Mostly from iHeart. Or KD108 because that's the station he listens to. So he listens to Blind Dog, and he's always winning a lot of his contests and stuff. So he don't have anybody else that he can bring, and his wife doesn't want to go, which is my sister, because she has to have kids and everything. So they thought, well, maybe Sean will go. I mean, it's perfect. It's a day off and everything. So, and hey, I've been bringing him to free concerts. I brought him to Blackstone Cherry last year, and Charlotte Barons and everything else. So now he owes me now. So get to go see the Theory of a Dead Man tomorrow night at the Chester Fritz Auditorium in Grand Forks. Anyway, so that'll be fun.
It'll be a good show. I saw him with System of a Down and somebody else back in my radio days.
I think they're doing an acoustic set, I believe. So that's going to be different.
Oh, that'll be even better yet, because at the Chester Fritz, you can't even have a pop in the Chester Fritz, let alone a fucking beer, which really sucks. Because I've been to saw the Allman Brothers. Oh no, that's not that way everywhere in Minnesota. I saw the Allman Brothers band there. It was during deer hunting, and I'd been up for like 2 straight days and drove all the way home from the hunting cabin to go to the Allman Brothers. And some of those solos are like 20 minutes long. And I mean, I'm falling asleep during the Allman Brothers band, and I'm not even drinking.
Oh, I can imagine. You just like trying to. Well, maybe you get so much in the mood where you start dancing. When you're sleeping, you're sleep dancing and stuff. You ever do that?
You'll have a good show.
I got
good show.
no alcohol tonight. So
That's all I got left.
For those of you that tuned in late, I got some exciting news. I am going to be an insurance agent here within the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be selling life insurance for Globe Life. So my nose has been literally in my phone working on the training since Saturday during my interview.
Well, that's great.
So my back and my neck really hurt, and I needed some medication, and I don't have any alcohol. So nice do-rags, Sam.
Should we make it disappear?
Magic.
Wow. Magic guy.
Wow.
I was gonna say we got some interviews coming up though. Tomorrow. For any of you guys who want to join, I know Lance is going to join. I don't know if Mom T is going to join. It's up to you guys if you want. No pressure. We are getting Larry Henkin on the show for an exclusive interview tomorrow at 12:30 our time. So if you want to come and join us for that, you're more than welcome to. that's why I asked John, if they were going to be having any shows and all, because I would have loved to have you and Paul on doing the interview again, like we did with Charlie Barron.
So it's going to be 1 o'clock to 1:30 for me tomorrow if I come on.
Yeah, well, it would. Well, it's probably going to be at least an hour because Larry likes to talk, and he wrote
What?
a book.
He likes what?
He likes to talk.
Oh,
He doesn't
Wow.
like, well, he might like it. I don't know.
What do you think he said? He likes his cock.
That's different.
That's a little
I
different.
too like a good cock in the morning. What?
What?
Oh, a rooster crow, right? Like a chicken sandwich.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
that's it.
I mean,
He heard
I-
was walk,
you-
walk, 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 walk.
you don't know what's in those eggs. I'm just saying. Like, do you guys not like eggs in the morning?
Oh,
yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'll have eggs anytime.
I like
Exactly.
eggs, but I don't like cock.
Well,
Well, nobody
what-
said you did.
Yeah.
He said he did.
No.
you know the guy the guy who denies it the most is usually the guy that's in the closet. Just saying.
He who smelt it dealt it.
That's right.
Well, that's a
I'm
big
a
part.
300-pound lesbian trapped in a man's body. I love that.
Wow.
My second husband used to tell me that all the time.
Well, anyways, let's get back to the
Did
subject.
you just
here.
say your second husband, Mama
I
T?
did. I did.
Mama T's been married 50 times in her lifetime.
What to say? Jesus Christ, you go through men like I go through undergarments. Jesus.
Wow.
So, well, the first one was right out of high school, only lasted a year. The second one was 20 years long, so
Yeah.
it's not that
So
bad.
Sounds
So
good.
like
That
I
ended
go
right
through
before Bobby
undergarments, gotcha.
started.
So
Okay.
so yeah, like I go through undergarments, gotcha. It's
Oh, that's
exactly
nice.
the same.
Well, that
Okay.
explains a lot then. Well, I'm glad
Yeah,
we
you
get to know
find a
each
good
other.
you find a good pair, they can last 20 years, right?
That's
Just
right.
just
Don't
wear
mind the
diapers.
holes.
I can
I
see the
gotcha.
little Fruit of the Loom guys on the back.
You get a
of his
little
ass,
stretchy in the
boy.
waistband area, but
Well, the Fruit of the Loom guys want to run away from his ass.
Yeah, they're all like-
like, get me out of here. It's like a little animation, like, Flintstones. A little.
The grapes are dates now or raisins, whatever.
Anyway, so yeah, so Larry Hankin is tomorrow at 12:30. We might do a little pre-show like we always do. I know everybody likes to ask how come I want to do pre-shows now with interviews, but it's like, why not? It's like it gets everything warmed up. It's like when you start the oven. You're getting it warmed up, right? So you get it pre-ready, right? Or you prepare for things. You're
Don.
pre-doing a meal. Yeah, I know. I'll shut up.
John,
Yeah.
you can call me SpongeBob. I'm always ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
ready.
Well, see, I would have loved to have you join us for the interview with Butch here last week, there, Zach. But you, when I told you who it was, you basically just told me, "Oh, that's boring." That's like you did a sleep emoji or something.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you real well right now by an engine. 1 second.
Oh, of course, that's self-hearing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep moving on. That's okay.
Moving
You didn't hear
on.
it. You didn't hear it. Everybody else heard it. They don't know what I'm saying. Anyway,
So everybody
Okay.
that knows me always messages me while I'm doing podcasts. How well do they know me if they don't know that that's the only bad time to call me or text me?
Well,
Don't-
apparently not such a bad time because you paid attention to it. So
No,
I
somebody
had
just
a
left me a
buddy-
voicemail. Somebody else asked me a question. Oh, what are you doing?
I
I'm pooping.
Don't you know what
I
I
had a
do?
buddy.
The only two
I had a
times in the
buddy
entire
that
week I'm
used to be-
busy is Sunday nights from 5 to 6 and Monday nights from 5 to 7. The only two scheduled slots I have that I'm for sure busy every week. And that's the only time people call me and text me. I don't know.
I had a buddy that he would call me if I was ever on location when I was working in radio. And I'd be, hey, John Roberts, whatever. If I'm in a bar, if I'm in a hardware store, wherever, the racetrack, he would call me to see if he could hear my phone ringing in the background. He thought that was hilarious. To hear the freaking Dropkick Murphys or whatever in the background. With radio, you got silence buttons, everything's just flashing lights. And yeah, he thought that was funny to see if he could hear my phone ring. Fucker.
That's something. That's something.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, we got Jeremy to thank for the updated logo. Jeremy asked because once again, that guy He is very, very good at what he does. You know, when it comes to production and everything.
Yeah, looks good.
I asked him to make us a logo for the Halloween season. I'm also going to ask him to do it for the holiday season too, just to see
I
what
do
he can come
agree
up with.
that he is amazing. He makes my low tech, low quality videos and choppy crap look really good.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why we want to. That's why I'm switching to StreamYard here in January when we start season 4, because there's so much that we can do that I can't do here. That I
Yep.
can't do right now if I really wanted to make it more interactive. Because I have so many fucking ideas that you wouldn't believe, you know, that I want to try just to see non-copyrighted ideas or whatever, you know, so they won't get us flagged and stuff. Like last
And
week
that
when we did our segments for the the homework deal, you know, that went by just fine. It wasn't flagged at all. It was perfect, you know. But I would like to do more of that, you know, on StreamYard. Again, it was a cool background, kind of like what you have for the buzz and everything. So, all right,
Hey
Jack,
Sean, how do you wind up in prison? Oh, just testing ideas.
yeah, yeah. This is Frankie Slauson live from prison here, live from the Thief River Falls jail, dude.
Doing a live report on the prison conditions.
And I do want to say a thank you to the Thief River
And the
Falls.
consequences of stalking
well,
people.
I don't stalk you. Jeez.
No, I was just the first thing that popped into my head that you would actually be in jail for. I don't know. Didn't say you did that to me.
The only guy goes to jail without soap on a rope.
I mean, it's not. He's not going to speed. He's not going to shoot somebody. He's not going to hold someplace up.
I think you just wanted me to see me live stream me dropping soap and then just see what happens.
I dropped the soap, I'm all balls.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, so
where does this take this turn?
What I was going to say is I wanted to say thank you to the Thief River Falls Times for anybody, you know, that, you know, because they know we exist now, you know, because they wrote an article about the digital town hall. And John, now, Robert, since you weren't a part of that, did you get a chance to watch it at all or anything, or have any comments from that episode at all?
Bits and pieces, and you know what? It's always nice when they finally recognize you. When we started our gig, you know, we have everything here now. Our newspaper, I consider it part-time. There's no TV news, and you know, we had iHeart, which was huge, and Layton, which really wasn't as big, and now Layton is taken over, and you know, we were never even in any sentences before, and now they consider us their competition. And it's nice when they start talking about their media, you know, because that means they're talking about you. They can't ignore you anymore. So that's a good thing.
I don't, you know, the episodes seem to do pretty well, even, you know, because I didn't realize that, you know, when it goes on your guys' server, on Graphics Best Sources server, that because of all the podcasts and everything that Paul has hooked us up with, that there's people downloading our episodes. And the downloading of the episodes is a big number, and you know, I mean, it's not a huge number, but it's bigger than I ever thought it was going to be. So,
well, you know, you got to realize that people download movies too, and unless somebody has time to sit down and watch a 2-hour movie, they don't normally have time to sit and watch our show live. You know.
No, I understand that.
I can tell you what's actually going on here because it's something that I do quite frequently. I will download podcasts and stuff of the sorts, like talk shows, stuff like that, just to throw it on in the background, just for like background noise. And sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but that's how I'll find some of the most roughest diamonds in the gem, is just downloading a random podcast and then just listening to it in the background, and I'll you know, piss out my fucking beer or whatever I'm drinking. And I'm like, what the hell did they just say?
Yeah. Oh, I imagine that reaction to this show a lot.
Yes.
What the fuck did they just say?
Well,
did he just say that he likes cocks?
Yeah. Or his name is Mike Hunt or something. That's his name.
Hey, I went to school with that guy.
That's I had Jack Hoff.
That's pretty good.
I actually went to school with a girl named Anita Farmer.
I had Harry Richard.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
I call him
Anita
Harry
what?
Dick all the time.
Well, I
Well,
was good.
up
I'm
where
not.
we're from,
Go ahead.
there is actually a guy named Harriet Dick, but of course nobody calls him Harriet. They all
Oh,
call him
here he is.
Harry. And then our
Yeah.
oh is Dr. Jack.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, there's yeah.
Well, I
It's
was gonna-
surprising too for this area how many jackoffs there are.
Wow.
Jagoffs?
Yeah, everywhere you look, they're
It's
just
a
everywhere.
surname. Look it up.
Yeah.
Hey, that's we just have that put in an encyclopedia in Pittsburgh. That's our word, Jagoff.
Yeah. Well,
That's
Jag
a
with the-
Pittsburgh word.
yeah, it's with the G, right? Ends with the G. Jag.
Begins with a J.
Oh, Jagoff. Oh, okay.
Jagoff.
Jagoff. Well, I was gonna say you're talking about podcasts and stuff. Well, tonight we have a special guest. We will have a guest tonight. His name is Matt Van Bodegraven, and he hosts or co-hosts the podcast called "They Mostly Pod Out at Night," mostly, and he's based out of I don't know where it's in Purdue, so I think it's Indiana, I believe. So I don't know if you guys had a chance to look up any info about him, but he's a podcast host, and I think we might be doing some stuff together here eventually, because I've been invited to be a part of some podcasts myself as host of the show, and I think it'll be very exciting to see where this venture leads, because you just never know. I'm the type of person that I'm not going to say no to anybody. If somebody wants me to on their show, I don't care how many views they got. I don't care what they're talking about. If it's good promotion for us, and I'll do it. You know.
Well, everyone, there you go. You can't rape the willing.
Well, why say no? You should be humbled when you get an opportunity like that. You know, I mean, it's cool. You know, I mean,
You should charge them.
that's right. I'll be like Eddie Deason and charge you $25 for their beer.
Hey, Zach.
You know what?
Hey,
Yes,
Zach.
sir.
Wait till you
Yes.
do it or
Yes.
don't
Look
see
up
it.
Screaming
Just
Sam. Screaming Sam podcast, and you hear some of my stuff I used to do.
I did actually. I did see that. Not my cup of tea, but you're entertaining as well, what do the kids say these days? You're entertaining AF. Yes, that's
Hey,
it.
yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
AF.
As fuck,
As
yes.
fuck,
We can say
yeah.
that.
It's a
F word
good
on the show.
thing.
Yeah. It's a
I
compliment.
thought you meant as fat. I didn't know you meant as
Oh,
fat.
my God.
He's trying to say you're the bee's knees, or he wants to get on your knees or
It
something.
gets a little crazy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I
Somewhere in
listen to
between
it.
there.
Sometimes I listen to it and go, "What the fuck did I say?"
Yeah.
I don't know how your wife let you do that.
Ask her. She's right here.
Marlene, how did you let him do that?
And why do you let
Call
him do
trust,
that?
buddy.
I don't
She
care.
knows I
about
love
that.
pussy and shit.
Yeah,
That's
she
right.
knows no one would ever want to take you home.
That could be it.
When she took you home, that's the time she's in that accident. She couldn't see for 3 years.
Oh, jeez.
She could
I-
watch all the episodes, and she trusted you to keep your hands to yourself and to have them keep their hands to themselves. I mean, there's
think
boundaries.
Yeah, but I want to know. I want to know if
think-
Zach saw the podcast part of it, the radio part. Is that what you listen to, Zach?
Oh, I saw a YouTube clip of you, and it was like how you were setting up like your own thing after being with like another company for a while. It was like on a Fox News or Fox something or another like that.
Yeah. No, you got to look up the podcast
Oh, okay.
and listen to some of the radio shows. There's like 90 some radio shows on there.
Dude, well, I mean, I guess I do have enough time to do
gotta
that.
play
Not
it,
gonna
Zach,
lie.
Zach. You got enough time
Yeah, I know. That's kind of all
You
I
can
do
really
is just
educate
sit.
yourself, Zach, and do
Right.
with some pop culture knowledge.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't
really.
think Sam is the correct person to educate me, but
No, but I, mean,
I
there's a
will
lot of pop-
I will
there's a-
listen with enthusiastic ears for his entertainment value.
I mean, hey, Sam could teach you a lot about life, the real meaning of life, you know. And I
You
think
know-
he would be a fun person to hang out with because, he's my buddy.
Having a
and
lot of
everything.
years and times in that thing, man.
Yeah. You gotta think about that too. It's a lot of work, but to create something magical like what he did, that's now his legacy, Part of it
Sam,
anyway.
Sean just wants to hang out with you because you know strippers.
That has nothing to do with it. I want to hang out with them because the guys.
I could get them on a show.
I want to hang out with
Gotta have
Sam. I want to hang out with Sam because he's
At
a
least
fucking
it
genius.
has a
That's
little
why.
bit to
That's why.
do with it.
He's a very smart man.
There's
I
no
want to be around
yes.
that.
strippers.
You know, I'm sorry, this is kind of off subject, but I for one had a conversation with the wife the other day, and it was pretty funny because I told her that we in the United States, because she's an immigrant, she immigrated into the United States. I told her that, over here we do use the imperial system, and we don't really use the metrics. However, she did point me in. She did tell me something that is actually factually accurate. They do use the metric system in schools. They use a 9mm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, can I ask you a
Wow.
question?
Wow.
Does she eat cats and dogs?
No, she does not. She prefers the pigs.
Hey, did you see that? Did you see that Donald Trump was working at McDonald's? That was pretty fun. That was
You
a fun
see, was
thing
at
to
the
watch.
Steeler game last night, pal?
Well, I didn't watch the Steeler game. I watched him at McDonald's. I thought it was
I watched
hilarious.
parts of it, but I didn't
Yeah,
like
you watch
focus on the crowd.
Minnesota lose.
Yeah.
Okay, real talk, guys, real talk.
Well,
Everybody gives this guy shit
had
for
a
all the
little bit of a-
McDonald's crap.
Rick's had a little bit to do with that. If we would have went for that 66-yard field goal if they wouldn't have had that bogus call at the end of the game. He would have went for it. I think that kid had a good shot. He made that 59-yarder or whatever it was with plenty. I mean, it drilled the net. But it was a good game. I mean, I'd rather lose now than 2 months from now.
Well, the
So,
Steelers won
I
last
don't
night
know.
right away
Detroit's good.
because we got Justin Wilson playing again. That everybody thinks we're going to the Super Bowl now. I think he stinks.
Wow, what
Yeah,
a loser.
What were you saying, Zach?
Yeah.
I was trying to say, like, everybody gives Donald Trump shit for all the McDonald's stuff that he does, and he's not my preferred candidate. I think you guys probably figured that out already. However, can I just say that it is based, it's one, funny, but two, it's relatable. Like when Donald Trump did that feast for the people who were coming to the White House, and he laid out a shit ton of McDonald's. I'm not gonna lie, I was in fat kid heaven right there. I was like, fuck, I want to be invited to the White House.
Yeah.
He got criticized for that.
Oh yeah.
I know he did,
Fucking
but
hilarious.
I thought that was
Well,
great.
of course, and who criticized them though?
I know people will
Burger
criticize
King.
people, dude. People
Yeah,
will criticize him for
head on that guy's the Burger King.
people will criticize people for anything. You could fart wrong and they'll criticize that. I'm not worried about it. I just thought it was great. So when he went back to the old McDonald's classic, I'm like, yeah, that's great. How
That
fucking
must have been
hilarious!
the size of his Whopper.
No. It's his Arnold Palmer. Get it right.
Yeah.
He had a
That's
huge
how I
cock.
got started radio. I was working drive through McDonald's. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order, please? That was my
You want
start.
the dog or cats? We got ketchup, mustard. We got pussy.
Well, I'd get stuck working on Friday nights if I didn't have a sporting event or a Saturday or whatever night, and I'd be working the drive-through. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order, please? And it'd be, once you know, it'd be a couple of my buddies in the car, high as fuck, just the munchies, Yeah, we'll have. And they can't fucking talk, and they can't talk, and it's like, just pull ahead, you dumbasses.
Have you guys
Oh
heard
yeah,
the
what are
McDonald's
you
rap?
doing here?
Have you heard the McDonald's rap?
No.
Oh god, it's so funny.
Uh-uh.
Up in this drive-through, order for two. I want a number 9 like my shoe. I want a double cheeseburger now. Hold the lettuce, no cheese on my burger, please. That's funny. Just whenever you got some random time, just type in the McDonald's rap. It's pretty funny.
And if you like that, then look up Fast Food Mama by Little Bobby.
Yeah, but that's not a funny story.
Well,
Is that-
okay, if you want to go way back, you can go
Oh
to
Jesus Christ!
you can go to Cheech and Chong,
The way
and they
back
do it,
machine.
and they do a drive-up rendition, and it's a lousy phone system, and the guy that I'll have a and the girl goes, you want a minute and a minute on it? No, I said I want a milkshake and you want a minute on it and a minute.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
an old,
but that's so
The
true.
best drive-through scene I've seen.
it's an old routine.
Hello.
Best drive-through scene I seen ever was Ashton Kutcher, that Chinese, and then
Yeah, and then. No, that's
Hey, no, there's the best one I ever seen. A guy pulls up, he goes, "Hey, there's a naked girl running out here. She said she gives head for a cheeseburger and a large Coke." He goes, "Can I take your order?" He goes, "Have a cheeseburger and a large Coke."
That's an old routine.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'll be here all week. I'm getting tipped the waitress.
Okay, well that reminds me that I think we're going to go to my segment for the week, because I think when we're talking about all this food talk or whatever, I think that it'll make sense to what we're about what we're talking about and everything. At least what I'm going to show you. So let me just get it all ready here. Once again, I'm showing you.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 6:06 there.
I love it. I got to take a picture of that.
It's funny. It's funny that the on the Grand Forks Best Stores
Put that
website
back up.
for our what you call it? Oh, you want to see that logo?
Oh, you're doing that.
Yeah,
Quit doing that shit.
I'll get to
All of a sudden, I'm thinking my computer's.
No,
My wife is gone.
Take over.
Yeah.
Take over.
My computer's.
Your computer's fine. Your computer's fine. I'm just I'm doing a segment.
Hide the porn tabs. Hide the porn
I'm
tabs.
doing a segment, so just enjoy, okay?
Boy, this guy spends a lot of
Hi,
time on
Kathy Mitchell
Facebook,
here with
huh?
my new Ramen Joy
Here's a
cookbook.
segment.
And wait till you see what you can make with it. Form cooked ramen and egg into a fast pizza crust. Then add your favorite toppings for a mouth-watering pizza in minutes. Check these out. Ramen shrimp, ramen tacos, even ramen sliders. Brown some beef or any other meat with a ramen seasoning pack. Dump in a package of ramen, a good-sized squirt of ketchup, and a can of cola.
Why?
Yes, cola for a fantastic barbecue beef pasta better than what they serve at the rib joint. How about these decadent truffles or Grandma's ramen apple pie?
I made the creamy berry crumble. It was fast, easy, and so delicious.
So amaze everyone with my new Ramen Joy cookbook, just $10. But wait, you can also get ramen nibbles with my favorite party recipes, like these cheesy jalapeno poppers or this fresh ramen hummus. And don't forget dessert, chocolate mousse-filled ramen cups. Yummy.
Oh,
You
yummy.
can get both books with nearly 100 delicious ramen recipes for $10.
All right, she smokes weed.
For
Or
sure.
she's been in prison.
In prison, yeah.
What was with the
I
fucking
haven't
sound
had
effects?
ramen. I haven't had ramen in years. I used to eat a lot of it back in my early bachelor radio days. But I make a lot of venison jerky and stuff, and you always start with a base mix that you buy. That it's a brand of a base mix, and then you just tweak it. It's always different every time. But the ramen mix actually probably wouldn't be bad in a batch of jerky.
I'm
Wow.
thinking of
Good.
all I can think of is that Forrest Gump scene about the shrimp and ramen. You can have ramen. This you can have ramen.
Deep fried shrimp, butterfly,
Fried ramen.
First
Wow.
off, I want
ramen.
to say, not
Ramen
surprising
beef.
that an old white man wants to play with his meat. It's all right. It's natural.
All right, here's the next video here.
You know,
Enjoy.
look that old.
For over 100 years, we've been scrunching and folding toilet paper. Finally, there's a better way. Comfort Wipe, the sanitary paper extension arm and holder. The first improvement to toilet paper as we know it since the 1880s. It extends your reach a full 18 inches while it follows the contours of your body and comfortably cleans. Just pop on the toilet tissue and
that's
when
the
through,
dumbest
just
fucking
press
thing
the
I've
release
seen in a
button and the
while.
tissue drops right into the toilet.
Think about it. Toilet paper is really archaic and disgusting.
This is a great product.
The Comfort Wipe allows you to maintain your personal hygiene.
If you're someone who just doesn't want to touch dirty toilet paper, don't be embarrassed. Just get a Comfort Wipe.
What
Order
happened
now
here?
and we'll send you the Comfort Wipe for just $19.99. Comfort Wipe, the
Hello?
sanitary paper extension arm and holder.
What?
Somebody's going to be a little bit too enthusiastic with that and sit on it. I know.
Oh my God.
All right, we got some more here. We're not done yet.
Kathy Mitchell here with Eat This Book, my new collection of recipes that you prepare and cook on a page from the book. Watch, just tear out a page and put the ingredients right on the pictures. It's that easy.
Going on?
Then fold and bake for a delicious meal every time, guaranteed. The parchment paper pages are a foolproof way to make the perfect meal every day. Here's a simple salmon recipe. Add some asparagus, cover with ranch dressing and lemons, then fold, crimp, and bake. It's like coloring with food. Cover with cream of chicken soup and grated Swiss cheese, then feast your eyes on this. Forget measuring. And don't forget dessert. Watch. Fill the page with your favorite berries. Then make a crumble with ginger snaps and butter. Spread over the top and bake. Then reveal the sweet surprise inside.
Order now and we'll send you another 50 pages free.
Wow. Fill the pictures and your recipes will turn out perfect every time.
Wow. Call right now and you can get a second full book.
Yeah.
My God, she's a stoner.
I don't know.
Man,
That's awesome. It looked like her face was melting right on set.
Either that or she's dealt with stoners her whole life and knows exactly what they need, and she's got a target market.
There you go.
She knows what you want and she got what you need.
Woo. Man.
Do you know who I am? That's right, I'm the Easter Bunny.
And I have a big
surprise for you.
If you get your parents'
permission, you can call my
Super Bunny home
and hear the best Easter story in the
whole wide world.
It's a long number because it's a long, long way
down the bunny hole.
Call now to hear my marvelous, magical
Easter story.
That's a little freaky, huh?
Thanks, Sean. Thanks. Thanks you for the nightmares tonight. I appreciate it.
You don't give me enough nightmares, man.
Yeah, well, I do what I can. I found
and I don't think I've ever been too excited to go down the bunny hole.
Well, I figure, well,
I have a rabbit here.
It's Halloween, we gotta scare you a little bit, what the heck.
That's Sean's prison name is the bunny hole.
Well, we got a couple more, and then I'll be done with the segment.
I got TP in my buttonhole.
The first time you position the mask on your face,
that was fun.
You will likely want to use a mirror to help you align it properly. First, some people report feeling the pulsation more in certain areas or more on one side of their face than the other.
Imagine wearing that your house and get
concerned
up
the system may not be operating correctly. Again, assuming you are using enough
I'll give her a
gel,
pulse.
this is not unusual with one side of the face being more sensitive than the other in many people. A person can increase the pulsation level in these areas to produce a sensation on the less sensitive side. Occasionally, the contact areas on the mask may have to be adjusted slightly in order to have them touch the face.
What's with the creepy voice?
I don't know. It's slowed down. Perfect.
I thought they were going to show her and she was going to be really ugly or something.
We got one more for you, and then that's it for my segment.
Oh, darn.
Introducing the Happy Hot Dog Man. It brings ordinary hot dogs to life, making lunchtime more fun. Just put your hot dog into the Happy Hot Dog Man and close the lid. The Happy Hot Dog Man makes a happy imprint on your hot dog. Add ketchup, mustard, relish, cheese. Make them any way you please. Make it a game to dress your dog the best and vote which one is the wiener. Make your dinner a wiener with the Happy Hot Dog Man. You can get the Happy Hot Dog Man in red for $10.99, and we'll send you the Happy Hot Dog Man in yellow free. And we'll double the offer to 4 Happy Hot Dog Men. And we'll also include a bonus ketchup critter and mustard monster. They attach to your existing bottles and make decorating your Happy Hot Dog Man even more fun.
It's like a toy you can eat.
I think that kid was cross-eyed, I think.
I want
We're
one.
not really having fun. We're playing with our wiener.
What?
The mustard monster with the queefing noise in the background.
It's like, Lord, where do you find this shit?
TikTok.
And I think the mustard monster is probably the nickname that they give Sean's daddy in prison.
Yeah, that's right. More prison jokes. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, the mustard monster and the bunny hole.
Down the bunny hole.
I figure, well, what the heck, I mean, might as well show some scary stuff. Oh, it's funny. It's good stuff. Speaking of next week, because it being our second annual Halloween episode, for those that don't know, that we will be having a special guest, guaranteed guest anyway, for a 7 o'clock hour. Music, well, son of music legend Bobby V, his son Robbie V. Now, have you, John Roberts, have you ever met Robbie V before or heard of him before?
Yes. Oh no, I've heard of him, and I do believe I met him one time. It was a while back. But I mean, I remember his old man's music.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Well, a lot of people do. I mean, because that's that's where they got that's where they learned their craft from him. But it'll be exciting because I got a hold of him just recently. Jeez.
Johnny got one of the massage masks.
Yeah, they're perfect. Yeah, I can move
Mama
around.
T, you looking?
Is it pulsating?
Pulsating.
Oh my God.
Is it
Obviously,
pulsating
I'm
while you're in bed?
Hey, the 80s and 90s were weird times for commercials. I mean, how many people
Is that
remember
is that your pulsating mask, or are you just happy to see me?
Why the nose is protruding.
Is that your pulsating mask, or are you a 1960s goalie?
Goalie.
Do you believe in miracles?
I believe in miracles.
What do you think, Jean-Claude Van Damme doesn't look like a goalie from the 1960s?
Oh, yeah.
Jim Craigs. From even later than that.
Oh, there you go. I wonder where we were missing Ken tonight because I thought he was going to be on tonight. We have a new last week, John, we introduced a new crew member, Ken Heath, and he's Wolfman Jack's nephew. He's out of Las Vegas, and he's a radio DJ as well. And we had him on last week, and he was joining us for the interview with Butch Patrick. So that was exciting. I'm sure he'll come on again when he's ready. Just whatever, some people are, come when they do. And I know Mike was talking about wanting to come back too and, make an appearance. And I just said, well, whatever you want to, we'd be happy to have you. This show has been taken off pretty well, because of all the publicity that we've been given or have been given, I should say. And I don't know, what do you think? Do you think we're on the right track? Do you think we've been doing pretty well as far as getting people's attention and all? Anybody else been asking about the show from any of you guys and all that know that you're on them?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Pop culture, yeah, it was like 1,000 voices all cried out at once and then were silent. Okay, you know what that's from. I can feel more people collectively saying, what the fuck did they just say?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have a bunch of friends that say they watch. I said, why don't you ever say anything? I mean, they'll say, that was pretty funny what you said to your brother there. And I'm like, well, why don't you get on and say, hey, Mad Dog, how you doing? Nice show. Or, I mean, you got to let people know that you're on. You know what I mean? Let me know that you're there.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do?
Well, yeah. I mean,
they're shy.
Even when the whole Tribune or the TRF Times article, I thought, that more people would be, happy to see that, because when I was in the Tribune, the local paper from my hometown, everybody always was thrilled and they gave me a lot of likes and said congratulations or whatever. And they didn't really get that from this time around. Not that I've expected that or whatever. It just, people are just
gotta feel the love.
It's
you gotta
nice
feel
to
the love.
know,
If people love you, you gotta feel the love. They gotta show it.
That's
right. They don't have to show it, but I mean, I'm just saying
they do have to show.
It's a little weird when they don't. It's like I feel like I'm being ignored now. And I don't.
Come on, show us some love, man. We're out here working hard.
Oh, we're not really working hard.
I think we got a good bunch of guys.
Yeah.
But like I said, Sean, it's good. It's good when they know you. It's good now that the other media are talking about you, because like our newspaper, which used to be huge here, I throw them under the bus all the time on our shows. And some of I got friends that are writers for this paper, and they're really, really good. They're some of the best out there, but it's still, I consider it, I call it the part-time local newspaper. I won't even name it on our shows, but when we start talking about you, then it's good.
Sure.
Just hold it up. Just hold it up on video one day. Wow, look at this piece of shit. Complete trash, garbage, losers.
Well, I was kind of thinking about, some ideas for what we should do for, because since we're going to be continuing until the end of November, that means we are going to be doing a show before the day before Election Day. And we should do something that has to tie in with Election Day and Mad Dog Day, because I want to do something, do like a little tie-in with that. Since it will be Mad Dog's Day, I feel like we should do something to honor that, because he did sacrifice his life and be a wrestler and everything, and I think it's good press, but it's also just good to acknowledge everybody and all their accomplishments. If some most of you guys have been here almost a year already. Monty's been here over a year. Sam's been here obviously since the beginning. And Mad Dog, I don't remember when. I think you've been here probably about a year now, or
yeah, I come after Mama T, I think.
They said that when I did this interview on Saturday, they said that this was one of the reasons that they considered me, even though I don't have a state license yet, because I'm obviously comfortable in front of a camera if I do 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
And it's all work from home stuff. You set up interviews and you help people with their applications and shit.
Did you tell their audio interviews? No. Just kidding. No, and you should never be camera shy. That's the fun thing about with this whole idea about Renegade Radio, because I want to make sure I found people that weren't camera shy. There's so many people that I asked, other than just you guys and whatever, that turned me down because they just like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. What would people say? It's like people say, look, you're having a good time. You're enjoying yourself. You're interacting with everybody. You're meeting new people. You're gaining a fan base. That's what you're doing.
Having a few laughs at the same time.
Yeah, making fun of each other, roasting each other. It's all love.
Beers.
Yeah, watching Baba T get wasted. That's always fun.
Wish.
Do we have to dress up next week?
Yes, you have to be the boombox boy. Like I
yeah, you gotta wear that boombox on your side.
I did send everybody that clip from him from his appearance on the Halloween movie. So
I didn't see it. Have I never gone?
Funny. That's funny.
I'm not a messenger guy.
I am. I sent it to you.
I know. I didn't look. I'm sorry. I got to look at it when I'm done here.
And it's like, hey, if you want to see what I'm talking about,
I want to see that clip so bad.
Yeah,
I gotta find that hat, huh? Yeah. That's the hat right there,
and
man.
Watch. Lance will be the only one that dresses up too.
I don't have anything.
Yeah, well, if you
I have to hide from all the kids.
Well, I mean, you know what? You should do.
I'm dressing up as myself.
You should do a turnover. Then you should dress like Michael Myers.
Hold on. I have an idea. All you have to do is go out to your front porch or your front steps, whatever, and say, "Get off my lawn." There you go. Perfect.
Get off my
That's all you.
Get off my lawn. Trick, little bastards.
Well, Lance, over in your area, I mean, do you get a lot of trick-or-treaters, or have you before got a lot of trick-or-treaters at all?
It's weird. In fact, what we talked about it last year, it was spectacular weather, and we actually bought candy thinking, okay, we better be ready. Not one.
Wow. Not even your grandkids can come over and say, hey, happy Halloween.
Where we live, yeah, that's all we get. It's either nieces and nephews' kids or the grandkids or whatever, if they're around in the neighbor kid. But out here in the country, it's just nobody. And now there's all these big events and stuff where the kids just go, like where our studio is, they tell us to get candy for at least 2,000 kids.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no one's gonna go out your house. They go out your house, they're gonna need a snowmobile or something.
Yeah.
Not right
well,
now.
like right now, it's 75 degrees outside. I could have been mowing today.
I did mow today.
It's weird. There's a lot of times. Well, it was 5 years ago last week, we got 18 inches of snow.
Oh.
5 years ago, a week ago. So yeah, where beet harvest just got shut
That
down.
is my wife.
Beet equipment, no banks.
My The best Halloween I ever had was in Florida because we used to meet at this person's house and they had like everybody in that neighborhood met there with their kids. It was more for adults, and then we would drive around the neighborhood in our golf carts and wherever we were driving around in. We always end up at my house. I lived on the end of the street. I used to set up a bar, DJ stuff, and we'd party all night long, dancing, singing, kids running around the yards. We had a blast, but I missed that.
Yeah, they all used to line up with golf carts. I thought that was pretty cool. They decorate their golf carts. Go to house to house.
Oh, it's great.
My
Mama
house.
T, what'd you do?
My house, you need an M16 to go trick or treating.
Mama T.
Yeah, hang on.
You look better the other way.
He's always having issues that gotta go. I'm in a lot of pain. Okay. Having a headache now or something?
No,
Right.
it's my whole body, my neck. I gotta go lay down. My fibro. I'm having a bad fibro day. I know my phone for 2 days straight.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for
I'll
joining
keep
us.
watching.
Or lay down.
Yeah, we'll see you next week then. You know, or unless you join us for
Yeah.
tomorrow's interview with Larry.
Okay, I'll probably do it. I'll probably do that.
Okay.
Rest, Mama T. We love you.
Love you too.
99.
Wait, now
Right.
I've lost the date. Really? I hate my phone. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
That's,
He's got PMS. Her period's on. Don't let anyone tell for you.
well, that's horrifying. That's for Halloween. Well, anyway, I did send our guest the link, Zoom link for his interview, so he'll probably come out here maybe sooner than 7 o'clock, since we're kind of going out a little bit. But
Good.
Anyway, so yeah, around here, you know, I don't know, you know, they do much trick or treating around here in Brooks because it's like, you know, nobody really lives around here. I mean, people do, but it's kind of quiet neighborhoods most of the time.
Nobody lives around here. Not even you, huh?
Yeah, I'm just a figment of your imagination.
Nobody lives
Well, I'll be
here.
up there in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
I'll be up there for dinner in a couple weeks. Sean will have to maybe do breakfast or something, or
absolutely.
brunch.
Just make sure it's on like if you could, make sure it would be like a Monday or a Tuesday or even a Wednesday. Because then, you know, we could do something, you know.
Well, then I doubt it'll be then. It'd either be a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, probably.
Oh, okay.
Could be a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday.
It could be a Thursday.
It could be
might go
never. You know? I mean, what the heck? You know?
I might go down on Thursday afternoon for the second week, because that way I can go sit in the stand. But yeah, otherwise I used to go down there for the whole 10 days, but that's just too much. Being
Yeah.
out there in the cabin, it's too much. It costs too much because I'm going to town and eat instead of making food, and it gets boring. So
Right.
I don't. I'm
No problem, Jack.
here as long now.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. I mean, you know, of course it is. But anyway, so yeah, so tomorrow's interview with Larry Hankin, if anybody wants to join for that, and this to remind you anyway, because I'll probably send a reminder to everybody before we do the actual interview, because he loves to talk, and he if you remember him, he's a well-known actor. He's working with everybody from Lucille Ball to The Rock, and everybody in
Oh,
between.
wow.
Oh, wow.
So he's done a lot of stuff. He's like the modern day Christopher Lloyd, you know. And
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, that's the picture I sent you.
Oh yeah, that guy. Oh yeah, he's.
If you remember him, like I don't know what you remember him from, but he's been in a lot
Escape
of
from
stuff.
Alcatraz with Clint Eastwood.
Alcatraz. Yep.
There you go.
Cool.
To name one of many. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's just one of those things where he just-
Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah, and I think he was also, I know, well, he had a big role in Friends TV show. He was Mr. Heckles.
He was on a lot of TV shows. A
Yeah.
lot of TV shows.
Yep. I guess there was some controversy with when they had the Friends reunion deal going on a couple years ago. That was on HBO Max. He was supposed to see everybody, or he wanted to see everybody because he was invited to it. and they didn't let him. They never let him see anybody. The original cast or whatever. He was going to make an appearance or something. So, yeah, that's something.
That's sad.
Yeah. So, yeah. Other than that, it's just everything's just been good here. I went and got my vehicle looked at. And we found out that it is a wheel bearing issue. So next week I'm finally going to get it fixed, so I can maybe make a trip to Grand Forks or one more time before the winter comes, because I would like to do another episode here, maybe one more episode before the end of the year anyway, or before winter comes. So just to let you know, John, because we haven't done a studio episode in a while. So be good to end the year that way, or maybe the season finale or before the season finale. November can be a weird month, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yowza.
So yeah, I'm sorry that it's just kind of a boring. It didn't really have a whole lot planned, but I'm gonna just see it. Matt's saw my thing here, so I'm gonna tell him he can come in now if he wants.
I like that game we played. Used to play with the with the drawings. The little boys
Yeah.
that-
Well, I didn't want to overdo that. I could have found some more of that, but that's why I went with the commercials this time around. Just because
that was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, well, it's just maybe we'll do that again sometime. It just I want when I do these segments, I want to make sure that they're fun and exciting. It was just that I am the only one doing the segments, and I would love for one of you guys to kind of maybe help me do a segment too sometime, or come up with an idea for something.
Or just this.
Just what I mean, though. All right, so he'll be coming in here pretty soon in a couple minutes here. He's a horror podcast host.
Oh, great.
He likes horrors. So he should fit in with my brother.
Horror.
Horror. No, horror. I know. I heard y'all just being a douchebag.
What's his show?
I'll tell you. I don't know my heart.
Renegade Radio.
Well, that's this show, but
Oh,
his show is called. His show is called. They mostly pot out at night, mostly, and he's been doing that. He has a partner. Actually, I think
Freaks
he has
come
two
out
partners.
at night.
I mean, he has two partners.
Come out at night.
We're gonna learn a little bit about him, and like I said, I might be on one of his podcasts here in the future. So it's kind of a crossover thing we're trying to do here, and I figure it's perfect for a week before Halloween and everything.
Right.
Get somebody like that on, but yeah. So he'll be coming up here pretty soon. But yeah, for Mad Dog Day, is there anything that you request at all that you want to do, or I could let you host the show.
No, I ain't no good at that shit. I'm good at sitting in the background making fun of everybody.
Okay, well, know that the offer's out there for you.
Nah, we don't have to do nothing. Just get yourself guests. Just make it the same. We'll just do a shot or something with each other, and on the end, play my music.
Do a toast or something. Yeah.
Hit my music. When I say on the end, when I say hit my music, we got to play that.
Is there anything that we want to do about when it comes to the special election day coverage or anything like that? Are we going to do anything around like that? For
Trump better win, or we might be outside protecting our houses with machine guns and stuff.
Everybody keeps saying that. You have a machine gun, and you're gonna be like Rambo and everything, and just go underneath your.
I don't
bush
need one. I have enough other guns.
No, but I got a knife, and I got enough knives here. I think I could stay enthroned and cutting. And I picked up my newest sword. Look at this bad boy.
You'll accidentally kill the Jehovah's Witness.
I actually stuck this in the floor. You can't see with my picture on.
Yeah.
I stuck this in the floor today.
You'll get the poor Jehovah's Witness knocking on your door, and then you'll be like,
Here, let's see if I can.
That's when it starts. That's when
Let's see if I can shut this off.
So.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Now I'm going to show you my new with the battleships on it. Oh, where's the camera?
Oh yeah,
that's the
cool.
hand grip.
Oh, yeah.
And it's pretty long. It's about it's about a good 5-footer.
Oh, wow.
It's got the battleships engraved on the hand.
So it's like a pirate's.
Yeah, it's a pirate sword. Yeah.
Oh, sword.
Goes fit perfect up on my wall with all my pirate swords. And I picked this up pretty darn cheap. I got off of a guy who needed $40 in a hurry. I told him
Tom who?
So I told him I only had 25, and
Tell him who you bought it from.
yeah, I bought it from Danny. Danny got me this.
Dan O'Keefe.
Yeah, Danny always takes care of me. He got me a bucket of knives last time. He wanted $25 for it, so I had to buy it.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, it's not a wall hanger. I mean, it's a sword. It's a real sword. But it's needs some loving, and I'm going to give it to Dan. Danny always takes care of me. Anytime he needs, I find something, he always calls me. He's always on. He's the one that always talks on our show.
Yeah. I haven't heard much from him though lately, you know. Like
yeah, he's been on. He said last week it was funny when I cut down my brother. I said something to him. Said he got a kick out of it. He's just been quiet, I guess.
Oh, okay.
But Danny's always on. He's watching from the cheap seats tonight, probably.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. That is fine.
I'm gonna after this. I'm gonna go watch some football. I gotta hope Baltimore loses tonight. Yes.
All right. Looks like he is on now.
Is our guy connecting? Someone's connecting.
Yeah, that's Matt, dude.
All right.
There he is. Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going?
You going
Good,
all
how are
right?
you?
Well, welcome to Renegade Radio, there, Matt.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Greetings.
We have
Welcome.
a panel of people here that are from all the walks of life of the world of entertainment. So everybody that's on this panel, and we have more people too, but this is who showed up this week, and they all have done something or have done things with the entertainment world. So it's kind of nice to have that pop culture crew, we'll say. You know.
Sounds good.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, there, Matt, and because I did a little research on you a little bit, but I don't know much about you. I just know a little bit about your show, and that's about it.
Yeah. So I'm my name's Matt. I go by Graveyard all online everywhere that I do. I've been doing a pre-recorded show where my co-host and I stream, or we talk about movies and we review them, about 3 to 4 movies a week. We've been doing it for 120 episodes now.
Wow.
And yeah, it's just been an absolute blast. We think we've reviewed nearly 400 movies in that time frame.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That is pretty good.
Yeah. And so then about 13 months ago, we decided to start another show. By we, I mean me and my co-host. I dragged along kicking and screaming. And we interview everyone and anyone in the horror world. So if you're a comic book creator, if you're a writer, if you are indie film producer or director, or anything like that, even actors, we just talk about them and their career and just how they got to this path they're on, and learn all behind the scenes stuff.
Okay.
Well,
that's very.
We have a celebrity on our panel.
Yeah.
Lance up above. He's
Yeah.
he's our celebrity scary guy.
See, Lance, this is where it's appropriate now. You can actually, flaunt a little bit about your history because this guy's doing a horror podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, well, yeah, you probably have heard of him.
Well,
at least in the horror world, sure.
Yeah, Lance is the son to Dick Warlock,
Okay.
who played Mike Myers, as you know, in
Yep.
Halloween 2. And Lance also he was a boombox boy in that movie.
Nice.
So, horror royalty right here. You're Hollywood royalty.
Yeah.
It's all fun, man.
Oh yeah. And in addition to that, by doing these shows that I've been doing, I have now been part of a indie horror film company as well. So
cool.
So I joined with them about 13, 14 months ago, and we've made about 4 movies since then, and we are prepping our next one. So last July, I got my hands dirty with the writing and directing, as well as literally sitting and getting dirty by being in the makeup chair for an hour and a half, covered in blood, laying in the dirt for hours at a time for continuity.
Wow.
And how was that feeling of just of doing that? I mean, knowing that you're there for a movie.
It's absolutely amazing. Just because when I was in high school, I did theater and drama for 4 years, so we had the classes, and I was also kind of like a tech work as well in the theater company that we had at the school. So I learned lighting, sound, house, spot, acting, writing, directing, all that stuff then too.
Okay.
So it's just good, just because, in 2007-ish, I'm making short skits, stuff like that, for this little thing called YouTube, which no one was watching. You have less than 10 minutes, you upload a video at a time. And silly me at that point in time, even though I do IT, I go, this doesn't seem to be doing much. So I kind of stopped. And so I joined back up probably about 3 years ago on a couple of shows that I do on YouTube as well with other things. All right, I'm like, I'm enjoying this. I'm back in front of a camera. I'm writing, I'm directing again, editing. So I've been going full force at it to the point where 2023, I did about 320 shows.
That is pretty impressive. That's how I feel, because I think you and I kind of had went through the same path in a way, because, I have a radio background, and, I tell everybody, and probably sick of hearing the same story, but it's like, around my area, it's hard to find, people don't want to hire you, even though you're good, and you're good, and you can hang with the boys, we'll say, or whatever, and yet they still won't give you a chance. Or if they do give you a chance, it's a very small chance. And then the pandemic has to come and fuck everything all up and everything. And then there's goes your opportunity and whatnot. Well, that's what kind of happened, Then I was volunteering, doing a show at the local college, and I just was sick of doing that because of the fact that they just didn't respect what I was doing anymore. They just said, "Oh, you're just like a filler," basing it out, because that's how we think of you. So I decided, what, a few years go by after taking a break, and I said, what, I want to do something where I'm around good people. I'm going to try to come up with an idea, find somebody that I can co-host this thing with first, and see if this person can actually hang with me and I can hang with him or her or whatever. And lo and behold, Mr. Scream Sam, was that guy, and he's a Sam Kinison tribute artist, and he and I have known each other because I've interviewed him in the a few times, 3 different times, and we just created something last year that has blossomed into something really beautiful now. And I get all these guys and gals with me, and we've had many great interviews, many great guests on, and we ain't done, not by a landslide yet. We're just getting warmed up, we'll say,
Yeah, that's awesome. Man. With the Mostly Pilot Night, Mostly podcast, we look at horror movies as they come out, and we're realizing, like, all right, we already have through July scheduled out for what we're going to do.
Wow, that's awesome.
That is.
So when you were in high, I got a question. When you were, did this intrigue for horror start with you in high school, or when?
So I remember my first horror movie was Jaws, the original Jaws. And to the point where I was probably 3-ish, 4-ish, and I already had a fear of water at that point in time, even though I live in the Midwest by Chicago. I'm like, there's not really much here. But it scared the crap out of me, even to the point where my older sisters would play the theme song and I get terrified. And
that's what sisters are for.
Yeah. So, I always got back with them, like, all right, well, I'll start, hiding a pair of shoes underneath their curtain to their closet, or just making weird noises and just opening and closing the door of the room and just kind of hiding between the door and the stairs. And it was kind of at that point when I realized I was the one that's making the scares, so that really overtook the fear that I had.
Sure.
For most part, except Jaws, until I was 6 and went to Disney World, to Universal Studios, went on the Jaws ride, and the shark right next to me.
There you go.
But kind of after that, I watched, probably like 1991, watched the original Child's Play. And as a young kid, I go, all right, this is pretty good. I really enjoyed it and just took off from there.
Yeah, sure. Okay, great.
Oh, that's great. Who else had a question? Because everybody had questions afterwards.
I know my wife
Where do
watches Halloween like every freaking day until Halloween. She likes that guy with the boombox. I don't know who the fuck it is. I like to find out.
Yeah, that little fucker.
Yeah, where do you live now? Where's your podcast out of?
Northwest Indiana. So we're just
Indiana.
Yeah, we're mile wise 15 miles from Chicago. Time wise, an hour and a half.
Yeah, right. Makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Look, you look like you could fit in up in our neck of the woods up here. The epic beard.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's, I do another show with a guy in Florida. We play retro video games because I love them too. And I was just jokingly said, he's going through some strategy game. I'm playing there. I'm like, I'm looking stuff up. I'm like, oh, I'm just like the beard in the chair for you. So that
Go ahead, Lance. I think Lance wanted to say something. Can't hear you.
That was my fault. Is the production, were you more interested in doing the film side of things, or was the podcast kind of what happened because of that, or did it happen, have they kind of morphed? What led into which?
So because I'm a big nerd as well, I played D&D a lot, and Destiny 2, the video game, and lots of video game stuff. And I'm playing with my co-host. We've been working professionally together for about 8 years now, and we are always like, we're meet up at work in the morning, starting our day, and we just go, what horror movies did we watch over this past weekend? Or we're playing games. We're just talking about like, oh man, did you see the new VHS, or did you see the new whatever? And that was our almost a daily conversation that we were having. And I go, I see a lot of stuff about podcasts. I want to get back into YouTube and all that stuff. I go, maybe we should record ourselves having these conversations. And so, yeah, we're, like I said, third season. So, over 2 years of doing this, but we just said we haven't stopped. So that was first. And by associating myself with other YouTube channels and editing film servers on Discord and stuff like that, I met another individual who, she's like, hey, I'm a moderator on Discord. Hey, I'm a moderator for a big YouTube channel that has like 4 million subscribers. And I go, okay. And I just started talking. And then Halloween 2 years ago, she goes, hey, I want to have you on the show because it's October. I go, okay, cool. And went on there, and they go, we really like you. Come join our channel too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Hey, I got a question from someone on the internet. Tanya.
Yes.
She's one of our coworkers. Do you like reading at all? And if you do you like Stephen King? Because his books, are interested in their horror. Of course, Stephen King is.
Oh yeah.
So do you read at all?
No.
I'm asking if he reads. Does he read Stephen King stuff?
Yes, I do. I have every Stephen King book. Before I started buying more and more books, because my book collection was mainly Star Wars, because like I said, I'm also a huge nerd. And so I go, you know what? I'm gonna start reading Stephen King. And where do you start? You start at the very beginning. So I started with his first books and just have not stopped since.
That's awesome.
I kill dead people.
That's right. So what's your plan for this year's Halloween then? As far as like you got a big guest plan for your Halloween show for this year at all? Or?
Yes. So this upcoming Sunday, we have our Conversation in the Void. We have a gentleman who is premiering his new TV show, which is essentially The Sopranos meets Stranger Things.
Okay.
Oh my god! I watch The Sopranos right now for the first time.
And so, like I said, his show's premiering on Halloween.
Probably.
Yeah. But he's like, yeah, he went to California, talked to real life witches to get like brujas and stories and stuff like that for a show. I go, okay, that's awesome. But this month for October, we are doing twice as many shows for everything we do. So
how can people watch those shows?
You can find us on YouTube. So Pod Out at Night is POD, not pot. Pod Out at Night is on YouTube, and that's where we do our live shows. And then they mostly Pod Out at Night mostly is on anywhere you get your podcast. So your Spotify's, your Amazon's, on Apple, everything.
Oh, very, very nice, man. I tell you,
I really do see dead people.
Yeah.
I was a grave digger in my profession.
Yeah, yeah. He could really tell you some stories.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's the goal when it comes to doing your show? Like, what's the ultimate goal that you have that you want people to know, or even yourself to know, when presenting yourself out in cyberspace?
I mean, my ultimate goal is to, actually have a full-on conversation with Bruce Campbell. But it's the show is the pre-recorded show that we do reviewing movies is absolute blast. If you look at our numbers, we're on 5 continents we're being listened to, so which is really interesting to see. Like, okay, like Brussels is like our number 2 country. I go, why? I have no idea.
They just love you. Yeah,
I was going to say, it doesn't matter, right? It's all good.
Yeah. And that's, with that show that we're doing, we just had a special guest who actually like worked for Cisco and Eper as a movie reviewer do a special bonus episode with us. So we're slowly building traction with that. And I hate IT. That's what I do for my day job. I want to stop doing that at some point in time, quite honestly.
Yeah, I hear you.
Matt, do you believe in ghosts and spirits and stuff like that? I mean, being that you're into this stuff, I mean, is that something you believe in? I mean, I believe these guys on TikTok that go around cemeteries. I don't believe none of that stuff. That app that they're being taught.
Oh yeah,
I don't believe that, but I believe in spirits and ghosts. But how do you feel about it?
I'm a big skeptic, but I also come from it from like I love science. If I didn't do IT, I probably would have been, electrical engineer or electrical scientist or whatever. I just really love science, and I believe that energy, can neither be created nor destroyed. It has to go somewhere. Now, whether that's a soul, whether that's ghost, whatever the case may be, it's one thing. But funny you should mention that, because I was debating about making a TV show that's like Ghost Hunters, just like Destination X, Destination Truth, stuff like that, but go there to debunk stories, whether they're supernatural, paranormal. Go there to debunk it, because this is the example I always give. I go, if you tell someone this house is haunted or this asylum's haunted, and at 3 a.m., if you're a woman and you go into this room at 3 a.m. and the back of your left knee is touched, and you send the woman there at 3 a.m., the back of her left knee is going to get touched.
It's all right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and, you have 100 pieces of evidence of, say, Mothman, right? Something like that. But you can explain away 99 of them. Get rid of the garbage.
I tell you what, I lived in a house where 3 people over the years had committed suicide. And I lived in this house and I had a dog. And I would come home from work and all the kitchen cupboards and drawers were open.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's nobody else there. The house is locked up. There'd be times we'd be watching TV and you'd see something, like your peripheral vision. You'd see something go by, but it was so nonchalantly that it didn't scare you. But the dog would wake up and look. And my wife lived in Germany, and she said her house was haunted. But I don't know. I believe in them. I swear to God. And I mean, but it never did anything to scare me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd come home, all the kitchen counters the drawers were open and the drawers were pulled out, the cupboard doors were open. And I'd just say, hey, come on, man, I'm right here. Show yourself.
Hey, 43 years in the cemetery business.
Never did, but Something there. There was something there.
43 years
So
in the
I'm a
cemetery
believer.
business,
I
I
don't know.
saw one thing, and it scared the crap out of me. And every day I used to go out there and start digging at 5 in the morning. I'd be like, I'd look around before we start, because I had something happen to me, and it was brief, but it was quick, and it went by me so quick. I didn't know what it was, but then I heard this story on it, so I knew it was true. But yeah, I still I have a hard time believing it myself. But
Yeah, I got
when
a
it
bar.
happens to you,
I own a bar.
on the other foot.
I own a bar in Pittsburgh, Matt, that's haunted.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
And
the guy's looking for his eyes still.
yeah, I don't know, but we had some incidents happen in a bar where this guy Larry would be sitting at the bar and he says, "Buy that guy in the back a drink," and we'd be looking back at my bartenders and like, "There's nobody back here, Larry." And then he was in the bathroom one time and he heard something whisper in his ear, "Get the fuck out of here!" And he'd come out of my bar white as a ghost and left. I mean, doors like shit flying off the kitchen. I honestly, God, I mean, I got like 3-4 people that experienced it.
Johnny, how many times have you watched the basement and see all them orbs in the basement on the
Tons
camera?
of them, man. My buddy actually went down there. The manager who runs my bar, he actually went downstairs and screamed at him like mean, and his hair stood up in his arm, and he felt like he couldn't get up the steps. And
Yeah.
I had talked to a psychic that told me that he has to go down and apologize to them to make things right, and he actually did that. And yeah, I mean, I believe in it big time. I'm sorry, I just
Little Bobby and Mama T's place, that thing is haunted.
Really?
That freaking building. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Like
ask
I said,
her.
right.
Talk to her.
Yeah, and what we want to do with the show is we want to showcase the local small town lore and legends of America. We want to go to each state and do about 6 to 8 episodes on it. But like I said, we also want to go. Then we go, if you have 100 pieces of evidence, 99 of them you can explain away, but that one that no one else can, that's better evidence than the 99 pieces of garbage that you have.
Right. Yeah. That one makes it all up. You know what I mean?
Right. And we wanted to, like I said, we're not the first ones to do this, but we want to come at from, a scientific point of view too. Like if it's a cryptid, if it's the Dogman of Michigan, if it's, the Mothman of Chicago, wherever it may be, is get experts in the field with photos, with videos, with evidence, forensic evidence, biologists, zoologists, and stuff like that, and just be able to help explain the evidence that we can away. Like I said, we say, when you explain the known, you're only left with the unknown.
Yeah, one of our listeners said, "Mad Dog, what about the place in Bronzeville Road in Brentwood?"
Yeah, that's pretty freaking good. Excuse me.
And they said there's a police station in Pittsburgh that they hear babies cry in the building.
Oh, yeah.
There's some freaky shit out there.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're definitely.
Being that you're in the like you love to do what you do with the ghosts and everything. This got to be up here all the way. I can't help it. It wouldn't be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and what we want to do is, we want to, when it comes to hauntings or cemeteries, because there's Resurrection Cemetery in Illinois here. It's supposed to be the most haunted cemetery in the country.
I heard about that.
Yeah. But what we want to do is we have a researcher who is my co-host because he doesn't want to be ever on camera. He's going to do the research for it. But when it's a haunting, myself and the other guy who's going to investigate, we're not going to have that information. So if we come back out with, evidence corroborating what other people have said, that's better evidence than us going, okay, we're expecting to see this. We're expecting to see this.
Yeah, because the mind can play games with you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
When I screw my wife, it's like fucking the dead. No.
Oh boy.
Wow, that was random.
Where did that come from?
I'm okay. Don't worry about it.
She's probably saying, yeah, it's like screwing the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That ghost was on the Ghostbusters.
Well, Matt, we really appreciate having you on the podcast.
It was interesting.
I mean, really, seriously.
Cool, Matt. Real cool.
Want to thank Stephen for thank you for putting this together. And as I told you before, I mean, if you want me on your show, even the horror show, I really, it don't matter to me. Because I'm just free Tuesdays, Wednesdays, but more or less anyway.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I definitely want to get on there. Like I said, we're doing so well with Conversations in the Void that we are booked through February right now.
That's great.
That's crazy, but that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
wish we were booked like that. All right, man. Well, we appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
I appreciate all my panel as well for showing up tonight. And
Matt, nice meeting you, buddy.
Nice meeting you.
Tomorrow we'll have Larry Hankin. We're going to be doing a special interview with him, and that'll be about 12:30 Central Time, anyway. And next week for our Halloween show, we know for sure we got one guest lined up, and that's Robbie V. He's the son of the '60s music icon Bobby V. So he's a Minnesota guy. So should be a lot of fun. We'll see you guys next week, and see you for another edition of Renegade Radio.
Thanks for coming on, big guy. We'll see you later.